It's going to go the speed argument, capital, counterplan, framework, case. First on the speed argument, this is not going fast. This is how I normally talk. Look at my op speeches. You want spreading. And they say that speed is going to be bad, but no, it is good for debate and increase strategic thought because you have to pick which arguments are good to go for and which arguments are, and increases more in-depth debate because we're allowed to bring more things into the room and have more time to discuss it. And rewinding is educational because it allows you to get more things on the flow and be able to see what is actually said. If someone's unorganized and you had to rewind it, you wouldn't vote them down for that. So you shouldn't be voting down for speed. And because we can rewind, we have a data prep, and slow debates down, have the citations, that is going to be the best for debate because it allows the most inclusive. Everyone from all sides can be able to do it, but by saying we shouldn't have speed, that excludes 50% of the debate community from doing it. Makes debate exclusive. Speed makes it inclusive because anyone slow or fast can do it, while making it only slow excludes 50% of debate. That's going to be bad, and the reason you should vote the negative down is they're suggesting exclude 50% of debate, and that's going to be bad. On to the counterplan. It still links to capitalism because the commodification of animals and humans, and specifically anything within the animal kingdom, is an animal. They list viruses and algae, but no, it is not just living things like that. It is what is ever in the animal kingdom. That's what we're talking about. The commodification that we should be allowed to do it sometimes is bad, and we should not be following that. And as long as there's a link to capitalism on the counterplan, you're going to vote affirmative. One, because that means counterplan cancel off case. Two, because there's then the impacts of the root cause of war and the destruction of the environment. And three, because presumption flows affirmative when they read counterplan on the framework. Methodology is going to outweigh because it's the reason why we do policy, and this is not just jargon thrown out there. Methodology and discourse are the keys in policy and what we're talking about. And they say that we need to have logic, but saying no is enough. Quote Holloway. By rebelling, we are already saying no to the command of capital. We are creating temporary spaces. These fissures are what's going to be able for us to have this revolt, and that is logical to assume and be able to have happened revolutions that happened in the past. And this means you're going to prefer methodology and discourse to the logic and utilitarian thought. And turn Mazzara says that if we are going to restrict the talking about the capitalism, that is what's going to create its impacts. Its idea that it should crush the revolution as is and prevent it from ever occurring by saying it's not on the topic, that's going to create its impact because it decides whose value is good or not based on what methodology they're agreeing to, and that's going to cause the impact of no value to life as we state in the affirmative on the case proper. They say that I'm not topical, but the plan is topical. It is banning the animal testing, and as a result of the plan, instead of choosing medical trials, I've chosen the end of capitalism because that is the biggest thing, and what will actually occur when you have this, that is topical. Extra topical advantages is the definition of an advantage. And on to the market system, they say that we're not pure. Cool. Laissez-faire only exists in an illusion. Mixed is what the link to the critique is. If you read the Herod evidence, if you read what Mazaris and Holloway are saying, it is against the current U.S. system of capitalism, not just laissez-faire. And on to the future argument. One, fiat's an illusion. We don't know what's occurring. Two, we only need to win the methodology. The capitalism is bad. And three, Hayek says this pretense of knowledge that predicting the future of the economy is bad. That's what capitalism does and fails with. That's his critique from within capitalism. If we do that to another system, that's only going to turn it back into capitalism and make things worse. Having this economic prediction is bad, and we need to get rid of that idea. That's why we should just let the revolution occur. And answer to the trans wars: one, Les Mis is not a valuable site, and two, the crackdown would occur because capital can't afford to attack its labor, and at risk that some people die from it is not as bad as the total extinction of